Friday super savings are going on now at Mattress Overstock. Save up to $800 on select Stearns & Foster and Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets, all with free delivery and free setup. Shop local at any of our 5 locations or buy online at mattressoverstock.us.
A rock will always find its way to a brand new windshield. And that's why new windshields from Glass Doctor come with our windshield protection plan. Don't just fix it, protect it. Glass Doctor.
If you're hurt in a car wreck,
call Hughes & Coleman. 800-4600.
Studies show when you use a lawyer, you get more money.
More money than you can get on your own. Up to 3 times more money. That's a whole lot of ice cream. Call now.
800-800-4600.
What's that number?
800-800-4600.
Call right now.
800-800-4600.
Hurt in a car wreck?
Call right now. 800-800-4600.
Call Hughes & Coleman. 800-800-4600.
Spectrum Business is the only internet and phone provider built for the new way you do business. We know fast internet speeds and low prices are critical for small businesses, and slow speeds from the other guys can't handle your new digital needs. Now's the time to switch to Spectrum Business. You'll get more speed and proven reliability, and you'll never have to sign a contract. $49.99 for 200 megabit per second internet and $19.99 for business phone. Call now to get 1 month free, plus free installation. So stop overpaying for internet and voice today. You can cut your bill in half when you switch to Spectrum Business, and we'll prove it. Grab your bill, visit spectrum.com/business calculator, and see exactly how much you'll save when you switch. Or give us a call, and we'll calculate your savings for you. Plus, you'll get fast speeds and over 99.9% network reliability. $49.99 for 200 megabit per second internet and $19.99 for business phone. Get 1 month free, plus free installation when you call 855-491-8855 today.
So, you're vaccinated, but someone you love isn't. It's time to show them how much you care. Tell them why they should get the shot. Then take them yourself, before it's too late. If we all get just one person to get the vaccine, together we'll put an end to the pandemic and save so many lives. Get tips on how to have the talk at kycovid19.ky.gov.
This might look like a cliffhanger.
But this is the Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 14 models.
Don't let something great slip away.
Save big during the Black Friday sales event at Mattress Overstock. $99 twins, $299 queen mattress sets. Rest easy with free delivery, free setup, and 0% financing for 60 months. Shop local at any of our 5 locations or buy online at mattressoverstock.us.
Take the news with you on the WKYT News app, on your streaming device, and on your radio at 104.5 The Cat.
Now it's 6:30 on WKYT Mornings. We are tracking the advance of Omicron. What Kentucky doctors say about the new COVID variant.
Plus, it is vaccine deadline day for the U.S. military. We'll see how each branch stands.
And how you can protect yourself from Cyber Monday scams.
This is WKYT Mornings.
We're glad you're with us this morning. We're checking in with Kentucky doctors on a new COVID variant.
But before we get to that, Jim's tracking more low temperatures for our region.
Yeah, temperatures way down this morning with some low, mid, and upper 20s showing up here and there across Kentucky. But this is only one-day thing for you this week. After today, things do shape up quite nicely for low and mid 50s. And you can see everything quiet in all of our locations we have highlighted here. Lexington, Moorhead, Somerset, and London. Just mainly quiet, clear, and cold. It's 27 in Somerset, 25 in London, Moorhead's at 27, and you come back to Lexington, we're sitting at 26 degrees. No precipitation out there anywhere as we scan the skies, but as we look at our forecast for the rest of the day, you'll see those numbers are not going to warm up very much at all. Low 40s by 4 o'clock with a mix of sun and clouds. We'll take a closer look at all of this coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Jim. We'll see you soon. Happening today, the U.S. will begin restricting travel from southern Africa.
Leaders are trying to prevent the new Omicron variant of COVID-19 from entering the country. Canada, Australia, and the Netherlands have already confirmed cases. Researchers are trying to see if Omicron is deadlier or resistant to vaccines.
We do think it's more contagious when you look at how rapidly it's spread through multiple districts in South Africa. It has the earmarks, therefore, of being particularly likely to spread from one person to another.
President Biden says he'll meet with his medical team today to consider more travel restrictions.
U.S. health leaders are watching for new signs of the variant. Kentucky doctors are still dealing with Delta. Jim is at the live desk this morning. Jim, what do Kentuckians need to know at this current stage?
Well, doctors here in Kentucky, and especially in our area, say they're not just seeing COVID cases at this point. They're also seeing things like the flu, cold, RSV, a lot of the illnesses that we normally see around this time of year. But those are coming on top of COVID cases. And concerns about the new Omicron variant are really taking hold. We had a chance to catch up with Dr. Ryan Stanton. He says that we have seen variants of concern pop up before. Some of them haven't had that great of an impact, and others have really caught on, like the Delta variant. He says that the best thing people can do is exactly what they've been asked to do for the last number of months. Mask up when appropriate, wash your hands, and go get vaccinated.
At this point, I don't think it's beneficial for any of us to be paralyzed in fear about COVID-19. It's just doing all the things that we can to protect ourselves and protect others. We as a country are better off than we were just a few months ago. Not only because of the vaccination of a significant number of people, but also the natural immunity that exists out there too.
Dr. Stanton says that natural immunity is good, but when you combine any type of immunity with the vaccine, you get even more protection. And that's why officials are also really encouraging fully vaccinated people to go out and schedule their booster shots. Victor and Kristen.
All right, Jim, thank you. Thousands of U.S. service members are facing disciplinary action for failing to get vaccinated. The Marines have the lowest vaccination rate of all branches at 91%. On the other hand, the Navy, they had the most serious COVID outbreak, is 97% vaccinated. Some troops are taking legal action against that mandate.
My clients don't think that this is being driven by military readiness, by medical reasons, or even by just good order and discipline in the military. It feels very, very political.
Soldiers who did not get the vaccine could be forced to leave the military. Happening today, a funeral for a shooting victim in Lexington.
Pietro Swain, known as Retro, died last Saturday on East 5th Street. Police say they found him in a car that had been riddled with bullets not far from his mother's house. Today at 11, his loved ones will gather for visitation at Unity Worship Center. The funeral will begin at 1 o'clock.
Lexington police are investigating a shootout that happened on Man o' War. Officers say people in two cars were shooting at each other Saturday afternoon near Crosby Drive. Later, someone showed up at the hospital with a gunshot wound. Our news partners at the Herald Leader say police do believe that person was hurt during the shootout. They are expected to be okay. Police have yet to make any arrests.
A teen is hurt after a shooting in Lexington. It happened Friday night at the Pine Brook Apartments on Tates Creek Road. Officers went out for reports of gunfire around 10 o'clock. Moments later, that victim showed up at the hospital with a gunshot wound. And we don't know that person's condition this morning. New this morning, Kentucky-born writer Ed Mcclenahan is dead. According to our news partners at the Herald Leader, his family says he died at home on Saturday. Mcclenahan was known as one of Kentucky's Fab Five writers. He published his first book, The Natural Man, in 1983. We're still waiting on funeral arrangements.
Happening today, state Republicans will share plans for the upcoming legislative session. Senate leaders, including Senate President Robert Stivers, will be in Bowling Green ahead of an annual retreat. The group will take questions about their priorities around 2 this afternoon. The regular session is set to start January 4th.
We're getting more hints at how state lawmakers could use federal infrastructure funding. Kentucky's due roughly $5 billion. Lawmakers have already been talking about building a companion bridge to the Brent Spence Bridge in northern Kentucky. According to our news partners at the Herald Leader, lawmakers could also use that money to widen the Mountain Parkway. Leaders are still waiting on rules for how the money will flow to states from the federal government.
A Kentucky college is the first in the U.S. to finish a hydropower project. Berea College set up a generating station along the Kentucky River in Estill County. Leaders say it'll produce enough to power 1,200 homes and offset half of the electricity Berea uses. Cyber Monday is already in full swing this morning.
Online retailers launched early deals at midnight. The Kentucky Retail Federation says online sales are expected to reach $3 billion this year. Scammers may also be trying to take advantage of shoppers who are looking for good deals.
Scammers are really crafty about changing one letter and copying what looks like the legitimate store site, and it's actually not. If you didn't order something from a retailer, don't click on an email that says your package is on the way.
Some retail experts believe supply chain issues will encourage more people to shop in person this year as we get closer to Christmas.
Black Friday shopping numbers are in this morning. The Wall Street Journal says foot traffic was up about 50% compared to last year. The numbers are still 30% lower than those of 2019. Online spending declined for the first time since Adobe began tracking sales. E-commerce companies hope to reverse that trend with today's deals.
Airports across the country saw extra long lines over the extended holiday weekend. Yesterday was likely the busiest travel day of the year. TSA estimates to have screened some 2 million passengers who were catching flights for Thanksgiving this past week. In Louisville, several flights from Tampa, Dallas, and Chicago were delayed last night. Passengers said that overall, travel was better than expected.
Lexington kicked off Hanukkah celebrations last night. Jewish community leaders want to make the holiday special after a violent incident at last year's ceremony. A car hit someone outside the UK Jewish Student Center. Police say the driver was shouting anti-Semitic slurs. Rabbi Shlomo Litvin says it is important to stand tall in tough times.
Because hate can't defeat us. What darkness is an absence of light. The second you light a light, it doesn't fight the darkness is vanquished. So we will be here, we'll light the menorah, we'll create light not only here, but announce the initiative to spread light across the entire Commonwealth.
Hanukkah continues through Monday night. City leaders also lit Lexington's Christmas tree last night.
The first candle is lit on the national menorah at the White House. Second gentleman, Doug Emhoff, addressed that crowd last night. He is the first Jewish spouse of a president or vice president. This will also be the first Hanukkah to officially be celebrated in the vice president's residence, the Naval Observatory. Kentucky football is back in the top 25 after closing out the regular season with a big win over Louisville.
The Wildcats went into the Governor's Cup a 3-point underdog. They proved Vegas wrong with a dominant 52-21 win in Cardinal Stadium. Kentucky native Wandale Robinson broke a school record for catches in the season. He caught 9 passes for 97 yards Saturday.
It's exciting, definitely, especially just being in front of still our fans and essentially the whole state of Kentucky. And that's just a record that I'm glad I got to break. I didn't really have that in mind coming into the year, but I'm glad it came. It feels nice just to know that I came in and worked and did everything that I was supposed to do. I just really wanted to come in and help us win all the games that we could. Luckily, that record came with it.
Kentucky is now ranked number 25 to end the season. The win likely means a spot in the Outback Bowl on New Year's Day. We'll let you know on air and online when we get that information. All right, the time now, we're coming up on 6:40. Traffic's next.
Here's Officer Don with a look at what's happening.
And good morning. We're going to live look at Tates Creek and Alumni. We're okay there inbound Tates Creek from Manowar, really all the way down to the circle and to the point that we're seeing in our traffic cam. Pretty good shape, just one click of the light. The slowest traffic on Tates Creek is that left turn to the inner loop of the circle. Of course, we're going to be working a little bit later on Clay's Mill between Pasadena and the circle with a detour in place there. So keep that in mind this morning, but we're okay in that area as of right now. Your drive times coming in from Winchester, about 17 minutes to Lexington. It's still 18 across the Clays Ferry Bridge. Now back to you.
All right, more news from WKYT Mornings is on the way.
Coming up, the plea of a Lexington man grieving after holiday weekend homicide.
And why the cost of craft beer could spike just before the holidays.
Temperatures stay chilly all day today, and then we get a little bit of a warm-up coming at you. I'll break it down hour by hour here in a few minutes.
The Steepleton Black Friday sale has been extended. Take advantage of this great offer. Buy a new Big Green Egg Grill and receive free delivery while supplies last. Begin your holiday shopping now at Steepleton.
We're open for fun at Stapleton.
Finding less time to get your hot shower in? It might be time for a new water heater. Won't be long now before that ice water hits ya. Let the crew at Don Hauer switch the track with a brand new water heater.
Wow.
Think they'll take our case? Hi, Mr. Cooper.
Here for your injury case?
We're just regular people.
Oh, at Morgan & Morgan, we treat all our clients like VIPs.
I think this means we're famous now.
Just got my Benjamins.
Follow me?
You don't have to be famous to hire America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan.
It's time to find your next Chevy truck and forge ahead. Take on new challenges and take it to the next level. It's the perfect time to do more in your next Chevy. Find new possibilities, find new roads. Very well-qualified buyers can get 2.49% financing and $1,000 cash allowance on this Silverado. Plus, unlock your code to claim $500 Chevy Cyber Cash on most Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups.
Never have I ever put literally every single item in our store on sale, even the items that never go on sale. Every item?
Join us now through December 24th for our never on sale sale. Only at Ashcroft & Oak.
Life is full of surprising moments. Make them picture perfect with a Nikon from Murphy's Camera, like the Nikon Z5 with 24 megapixels and 4K video capability. You'll never miss a moment. Available with a compact 24 to 50 millimeter zoom lens for only $15.99 after $100 instant savings. Also available with the Nikon 24 to 200 millimeter telephoto lens for $20.99. As always, free photo class for 2 with any camera purchase. Nikon offers good at all locations or at murphyscamera.com.
Emergencies happen, whether or not we are in a pandemic. You need help, we are here.
So the ER has remained a very safe place for you to come to be evaluated. We continue to mask up. You still can have family with you.
ARH has 13 hospitals that are all staffed by well-trained medical professionals, ready and open 24 hours a day to help you and take care of you in sickness or injury.
ARH, more for Appalachia.
Relax in a brand new jacuzzi hot tub from Steepleton. For a limited time, Steepleton is offering up to $3,500 in factory rebates on your hot tub purchase, as well as 0% interest for 60 months on all hot tubs.
CBS Mornings, weekdays on CBS.
Kentucky mornings start here. You're watching WKYT This Morning.
We're hearing from an Indiana Marine who was hurt in the Kabul airport attack.
That attack happened in August while the U.S. was trying to evacuate thousands of people from Afghanistan. Dozens died, including 13 U.S. troops. Marine Corporal Kelsey Lanehart says she was helping a little boy get back to his mom when the bombs went off.
Everything is just kind of slow motion, and then all of a sudden it kind of kicks back in. Both of my eardrums were perforated, and one is still messed up. I'm going to have to get surgery eventually, but just in shock of like what was happening and just kind of focused on myself, basically, which, you know, I wish I could have helped people, but I couldn't even help myself.
Lanehart is still in the hospital after 2 surgeries. Soon, she will transition to outpatient care.
This week marks 5 years since the deadly Gatlinburg wildfires. Started the day before Thanksgiving and burned for 3 weeks. 14 people died, more than 1,700 acres burned, and caused an estimated $2 billion in damage. Investigators later determined that children playing with matches started that fire. Prosecutors eventually dropped the arson charges that were against them. Civil lawsuits stemming from the fire are still pending.
A visitation was held for Larry Hopkins yesterday. The longtime Kentucky congressman died earlier this month at the age of 88. Hopkins represented the 6th District from 1978 to 1993. This Saturday, a memorial will take place at the Capitol Rotunda. Kentucky businessman John Hall has died. He served as chairman and chief executive officer of chemical company Ashland Incorporated before his retirement. Millward Funeral Directors is handling funeral arrangements, and those are still in the works. Well, this morning, we are talking to the cousin of Lexington's latest murder victim.
Eric Sweat died on Thanksgiving inside a home on Sandalwood Drive. Police say his 17-year-old stepson shot him during a fight. Sweat's cousin, Darwin Miles, talked to us about his grief, hoping to convince others to avoid violence.
I don't hate him, but, I just wish this didn't go the way that it did. I wish it could have came out a different route, like of just everybody dispersing and going their separate ways. Man, you're taking somebody's life. You're taking a family member from people. Like, come on, man. Like, how can you? I just couldn't.
Sweat's death marks Lexington's 34th homicide of 2021. That ties last year's record.
Deputies in Clay County are working a death investigation. The Clay County Sheriff's Office says yesterday deputies responded to a car over a hill on Chop Bottom Road. When they got there, they found a dead man inside that car. Right now, we do not have his identity.
State Republicans say they're close to finishing updated maps for redistricting. According to our news partners at the Herald Leader, both House and Senate leaders say they're working on those final details. Some lawmakers want Governor Beshear to call a special session to wrap up that process. He says he wants to see a plan from top legislators before making that decision. The legislative session begins January 4th. The redistricting deadline is just days later that same week.
A can of craft beer could get a lot pricier. One of the world's largest suppliers of aluminum cans says demand is outweighing supply. Ball Corporation will now require smaller breweries to order at least 5 truckloads of cans per purchase. That's more than 1 million cans. Industry insiders say the move will likely force small brewers to rethink their business models.
Christmas is coming to the White House today. First Lady Dr. Jill Biden will unveil this year's White House holiday theme and decor. A group of second graders from Maryland will be helping her out. Some National Guard members and their families will also be on hand. Dr. Biden will also deliver remarks thanking the more than 100 volunteers from that area who helped decorate the White House for the season. And tomorrow, WKYT is hosting our annual Pack the Lobby event. We're helping families in need have a Merry Christmas.
Anyone who drops off a donation gets a free sandwich from Chick-fil-A. You can drop off toys, food, clothing, and hygiene products at WKYT Studios out here on Winchester Road. And if you can't make it in person, you can shop our online registries. Donations will go to more than 15,000 students in elementary schools across rural Appalachia. We have all the information up right now on WKYT.com.
Gorgeous start to the day, but it's another cold one out there with temperatures that are sitting in the 20s. Right now, you see the beautiful light of day coming into play, and right now we are tracking a temperature of 26 in Lexington, so plenty of cold to go around. We're not the only ones in the 20s. I mean, we have 20s all across central and eastern Kentucky, down to our south, even showing 19 degrees in Monticello, so some cooler spots. Not cooler, colder is the word here at this point. 21 in Georgetown, with more of those mid to upper 20s around Lexington and surrounding locations. That's what we end up with. No precipitation, though. We scan the skies for you, trying to find it. Not finding much of anything out there as we scan and scan and scan. No snow. That's what we'd be tracking out there. If something was falling from the sky, it would be in the form of something wintry. Hour by hour into the future, we'll get into the afternoon hours. Look at this. Not a whole lot of warmth out there for anybody. I mean, this is low 40-degree territory for you again later today. Those numbers stay down all day. They're down this morning. They're down the rest of the day. At least they get past where we are right now. You find more of those 30s toward the early morning hours on Tuesday. So not quite as cold as what we have out there at this moment. This takes you into Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening, and you're pushing around 49, 50, 51, 52, even the mid-50s on Tuesday. That's what kind of a blast you get out of that push. Then on Wednesday, we do it all over again. Maybe a little shower chance here or there. Numbers end up mid and upper 50s to around 60 degrees here. Campbellsville, Somerset, Russell Springs trying to show those 60-degree readings. The rest of us generally in the low and mid 50s across central and eastern portions of Kentucky. You can see even at 11 o'clock at night, we're holding on to those 50s. So that shows you that we're setting ourselves up for a better push even coming up on Thursday. What's happening is we get this big push of milder air that's out in the nation's midsection. It starts stretching and expanding out. I mean, notice it doesn't go anywhere for those folks either. It spreads, though, into our area, that milder push of air. I mean, we're right there on the line where it gets a whole lot colder, but overall, the big, mild dome of air gets here, and it allows for our temperatures to surge above normal. Normal is in the low 50s. So our highs over the next several days, other than today, will likely run in the mid and upper 50s, so pushing you closer to 60 degrees, which will feel absolutely wonderful out there with that nice dome of warm air that's trying to get all nestled in. Here you go, full 7-day forecast, and you can see what I'm talking about there. 56-degree reading, a 58-degree reading. And on one of the models I was running for you a few minutes ago, it was showing low 60s, and that wouldn't shock me at all for somebody's car thermometer to say, 60 degrees. It could certainly be that warm out there. Again, doing pretty good here after today. So it's a one-day kind of thing where you're stuck with the chill. After that, we're in good shape.
All right, got a whole week of good shape.
Very good stuff, yep.
Thanks, Jim. Time now coming up on 6:52. We'll be back with a look at our top stories, WKYT Morning.
Stay with us.
Ahead on CBS Mornings, Dr. Anthony Fauci talks with us about the new COVID variant Omicron and how you can protect yourself. Plus, comedian Kevin Hart is out. He's got a new drama series. It's good. He tells us how he continues to redefine himself. We'll see you 7 o'clock on the dot.
You have 3 burgers. You sharing, you eating all 3.
No, I'm eating them all.
You wouldn't share your burger with me?
Not this burger. The burgers you make at your house? Yeah, we can share that. That's no problem. Sonic garlic butter bacon burger.
What if I'm hungry?
Absolutely not.
Health coverage fans, this is the matchup we've all been waiting for, where you find quality, affordable coverage that's right for you and your family through Connect. And it's about the simplest play you can make. Just go to connect.ky.gov and get started. Now more people than ever will qualify and save more by enrolling through Connect. So get off the sidelines and in the game anytime between now and January 15th. Team Kentucky for the win. Connect, together for a better Kentucky.
Cirque Dreams Holidays returns by popular demand with its unforgettable holiday spectacular for the entire family. Its talent by the sleigh load, says the New York Daily News. New and astonishing acts, jaw-dropping costumes, extraordinary music, and Broadway at its finest. Vegas meets family entertainment hails the Boston Globe. Don't miss the one and only Cirque Dreams Holidays.
December 2nd at Rupp Arena. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
The holidays are doubly important this year, so make your celebrations doubly special with our award-winning cave-aged Maurice cheese. Kroger. Hey, you're right, we can't stop now. Let's take the special up a level with fresh, never frozen prime beef. Still not special enough? Add some surf to that turf with our sustainably caught seafood. Turn your taste buds up to 11 and have a doubly special holiday with Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Since 2011, the Good Giving Challenge has raised more than $14 million for hundreds of local nonprofits.
This year, the challenge will run from Giving Tuesday, November 30th through December 6th. Visit bggives.org.
With a husband in the hospital, the last thing on my mind was calling a lawyer.
I said, Mom, you've got to call now. Evidence from the wreck can disappear.
So he calls 855-WILDCAT and hands me the phone. But that lawyer, he took care of me.
When we make drunk drivers pay, texting drivers wait, and big trucks slow down, we make Kentucky safer for families.
Call 855-WILDCAT, Morgan, Collins, East, and Salyer.
The WKYT First Alert Weather app, alerting you first to inconvenient weather and tracking storms live wherever you are. Download the app today.
I love a good deal. I love finding good deals like this because this Fritos Chili Cheese Junior Wrap is 99 cents.
I feel like they just marked it wrong, but I'm not telling.
Right.
Sonic Fritos Chili Cheese Junior Wrap.
Closed captioning on WKYT is sponsored by Cumberland Valley National Bank.
We are counting down to CBS Mornings.
Gail, Tony, and Nate are going to have the latest on COVID-19 spread across the globe, plus a feature on the influence of hip-hop in American culture. The time now is 6:55. Let's go ahead and get you up to date on some of our top stories.
The U.S. will begin restricting travel from southern Africa today. Leaders are trying to prevent the new Omicron variant of COVID-19 from entering the country. Canada, Australia, and the Netherlands have already confirmed cases. Researchers are trying to see if Omicron is deadlier or resistant to vaccines.
Lexington police are investigating 3 shootings that happened over the holiday weekend. Eric Sweat died on Thanksgiving inside a home on Sandalwood Drive. Police say his stepson shot him. Friday, a teenager was hurt after a shooting at the Pine Brook Apartments. And Saturday, a person showed up to the hospital after people in 2 cars were shooting at each other on Man of War.
A Lexington shooting victim's funeral is today. Pietro Swain died last Saturday on East 5th Street. He was found in a car riddled with bullets. Police have yet to make any arrests in the case. His visitation is set for today at 11 at Unity Worship Center. The funeral will begin at 1 o'clock.
State Republicans will share plans for the upcoming legislative session today. Senate leaders, including Senate President Robert Stivers, will be in Bowling Green ahead of an annual retreat. The group will take questions about their priorities around 2 this afternoon. The regular session is set to start January 4th.
Cyber Monday is in full swing. Online retailers launched early deals at midnight. The Kentucky Retail Federation says online sales are expected to reach $3 billion this year. We're keeping an eye on the roads as you head out this morning.
Let's check in with Officer Don.
Good morning. We're getting a live look at Broadway and Loudon. We're okay through that intersection. There is a stalled car right now. It's in Mount Nicholasville Road at Larkin, blocking the right lane. So it's a busy intersection there. They hope to get that cleared in the next few minutes. Don't forget, work continues on Clays Mill near the Circle and Pasadena this morning.
And our temperatures stay down all day. Not quite as cold as we have out there at the moment. And we're going to see these numbers get back in the 40s, but stays chilly all day before a better punch of the milder stuff gets here on Tuesday. And that is the rest of the week for you. I mean, you're going to flirt with 60 degrees out there at times. So a very comfortable stretch after today.
Jim, thank you. And thank you so much for joining us this Monday morning.
We are grateful you tuned in, and we hope to see you again every morning starting at 4:30 a.m.
Take the news with you on the WKYT News app, on your streaming device, and on your radio at Mix 94.5.